In 2014, Leonardo DiCaprio visited Russia to attend a summit, hosted by Putin, on endangered Amur tigers. His Russian adventure started off with an emergency landing after one of the airplane's engines failed. DiCaprio then found a better flying airplane and finally reached Russia. Putin called him a real man, or mujik in Russian. So is Putin a big mujik himself? Do tigers have a great life in Putin's Russia? Why does Russia have blue dogs? Let's find out right now. Bringing over a bunch of celebrities like DiCaprio and Pamela Anderson doesn't change reality. It's just another one of Putin's calculated publicity stunts. Russia still allows cosmetic testing on animals. Several years ago, the Russian parliament considered a ban, but it never passed. Why? Good question. Let's hope the next Hollywood star who visits Putin asks him this very question. Until then, we won't know. Moving on from cosmetics to fur, more and more countries are abandoning the use of natural fur. Not Russia. Several different species are either captured or raised on fur farms, which operate unregulated and without any anti-cruelty provisions. One of the most popular forms of trapping in Russia is the leg hold trap. This practice has been banned by more than 100 countries so far for being inhumane. Russia's penal code already addresses animal cruelty, but the article doesn't provide a definition for cruelty. It just refers to two potential outcomes: injury or the death of an animal. Few cases are ever prosecuted. The article also leaves a lot of loopholes for those who only care about money and not the welfare of their animals. How about the life of street cats and dogs? Only 3 years ago, Russia passed a law on the responsible treatment of animals. It prohibits the capture of abandoned cats and dogs for the purpose of killing them. Yep, that used to be normal practice in Russia. The country never allocated sufficient funds for building shelters to take care of street animals. The solution? Catch and get rid of any unwanted animals. New federal laws came into effect on January 1st, 2020. Now the only lawful reason for killing an animal is if it's suffering from an incurable disease or experiencing unbearable pain. The law also includes a provision that states that animals posing a danger to society should not be killed, but should be placed in a shelter until their natural death. Guess what? The current regulation contains many loopholes that continue to allow the extermination of animals. Besides being poorly written, the laws don't provide funds for sterilization, vaccination, and food for animals in shelters. Most often, they end up dead. The EU and US punish animal cruelty with fines and imprisonment. The UK Parliament has even banned the traditional hunting of foxes with dogs. Meanwhile, Russia passed a new law in February 2020 that allows the open-air hunting of wild animals. A careful reading of the fine print shows that it is neither open-air nor wild. Vladimir Putin now allows the hunting of animals in only semi-free conditions. The fenced-off, artificially created habitats must be at least 50 hectares. After purchasing a voucher, you can hunt all year round without any limits. This is a custom-made present for all those rich hunting enthusiasts that form part of Putin's cheer group. Last, but not least, what about the blue dogs in Russia? Yep, a big story broke out in the beginning of 2021. Dogs with blue fur were spotted in Russia. The photos fascinated the world, and everyone wanted to know where the blue dogs came from. Well, mystery solved. The blue dogs were roaming the streets near a derelict glass factory that used to produce acrylic glass and prussic acid. We can make an educated guess. The dogs probably rolled around in powdered dye at the plant. That's how the famous blue dogs came into being. It sounds cute and the photos are adorable, but the question is, how come abandoned Russian factories are allowed to keep vats of acid just lying around? Cosmetic testing, unregulated fur markets, legal hunting, stray cats, and blue dogs. Life for animals in Russia is as bad as it is for most Russians.